September 14th, 2018. Hurricane Florence falls upon our shores.
This is going to be a long night across much of the Carolinas, especially...
I've never forecast more than 20 inches of rain in our viewing area.
It brings flooding.
First responders can no longer go out. The winds are so high.
Wind.
It is the inland as well.
Destruction.
This tree came crashing down.
Families devastated.
And I just grabbed my daughter and screamed. I didn't know what to do and run out the front door.
But our spirit, our community, it could not break. Hurricane Florence. 1 year later. Here are your hosts, Trey Paul and Summer Dash.
Carolina strong.
You know, that spirit was evident after Hurricane Florence and now after Hurricane Dorian. We started working on this special 6 months ago with no way of knowing that Dorian would impact us just days before the 1 year anniversary of Hurricane Florence.
Florence made landfall as a Category 1 storm September 14th in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. That's just outside of Wilmington.
For the next hour, we're going to take a look back at what happened before, during, and after the storm.
This is where it began, September 15th, 2018, when the first trickle of water passed over Long Avenue in Conway, eventually turning into a flood.
I think I was in denial.
That even old hands didn't see coming.
I sat across the street in a chair all day on Sunday, and when I saw that water rising, I was like, it's too late now to get ready.
Morris Richardson's mother was supposed to move into her new house that month.
2 weeks away from moving in.
National news crews descending on it instead.
You see this happening out in the Midwest a lot. You see what these people are going through, but when it hits you, it's a bad feeling.
Fans are still running inside Trinity United Church in Conway 1 year after Hurricane Florence.
But unless you had seen this sanctuary before, it's hard to understand just the extent of the damage.
Almost all of the water inside the sanctuary is finally gone, but it's still damp inside the building where nearly 500 members used to worship every Sunday. That is until almost 8 inches of water poured in and stayed for weeks. So the water pours in and you basically had to gut all of this?
Yes, absolutely, to get it down to where we could dry it out. And it's still not dry.
Total in Loris of 23.63 inches actually set the record for the most rainfall from a tropical system in the state of South Carolina since 1950. 23.63 inches, that beat the old record of 18.5 inches set in Entreville in the upstate of South Carolina in Tropical Storm Jerry in 1995. Of course, everybody remembers Hurricane Floyd back in 1999 that dumped more than 16 inches of rain in our area. And of course, nobody will forget Hurricane Matthew dumping more than 15 inches of rain in the city of Mullen.
I'm a native, I'm here from Conway. I've never experienced this in all my life.
A round trip to Georgetown takes 90 minutes. But over the single remaining 2-lane bridge, as much as 8 hours. Upstream, concerns of flooding dominated downtown Conway.
All of that water is coming your way.
Had it gotten up to the 6 or 7 feet of water of the wall that was there, we'd be having a whole different conversation.
As they looked beyond the barricades to a battlefield, with an enemy creeping ever closer.
And we're really just a small part of Team South Carolina and trying to make it safe for the citizens.
Just like a patient waking up after heart surgery, Horry County changed.
We need to fix that access first.
You know, the initial goal of the South Carolina Floodwater Commission was to identify short-term and long-term mitigation solutions for low-lying areas, areas that are coastal areas near rivers. What's the long-term solution?
Well, the long-term solution, we have to realize right now that the water, we know the water is rising. We also know that we're susceptible to severe flooding. We've never had a flood quite like the one Hurricane Florence, where the hurricane came in, not coming up from the south and going up the coast to the north, but came right straight in from the east and just came and slowed down, went into low gear for 4 days and dumped water over North and South Carolina. And as you know, the rivers, some of those rivers in North Carolina come down across the border into our state. That's why the whole PD was flooded.